In the Royce Premier Fund, we're looking for franchise companies. These are businesses that over long periods of time have exhibited the ability to compound wealth. We spend a lot of time looking at the qualitative market map, having an appreciation for the structural advantages that that company may have within a given industry that will allow it to compound over time. We see this empirically through high returns on invested capital, but again, it's one thing to identify that. We need to have the ability to build conviction around the ability for that company to continue that return profile.
A recent addition to the Premier portfolio is a company called TGS NOPEC, which is a provider of seismic data to energy companies that are doing exploration for oil and gas offshore. Seismic data is critical to E&P companies as they constantly need to replenish their reserves. TGS NOPEC has been doing seismic surveys for decades, and as a result, they've built up an extensive seismic data library that is really a competitive advantage for the company. TGS has several characteristics that we like in premier companies, including an asset-light business model and a variable cost structure, because unlike most of its competitors, TGS does not own the vessels that go out and shoot the seismic data. As a result, the company is able to maintain high operating profit margins even in down periods of the industry. TGS is a great example of how companies find their way into the Premier Fund. It's a name that we've owned in other Royce funds for many years, so we're very familiar with the company, have lived with management through different cycles. So we knew it was a company that we wanted to own. When the price of oil fell 50% in the back half of last year, that had a severely negative impact on oil services companies, and as a result, TGS's market cap came back into the buyable range for the Premier Fund, and as a result, we were ready and able to take advantage of that opportunity.
Recently, we added Dorman Products. We've known this company at Royce for many, many years. Dorman Products is the dominant new to aftermarket dealer-only auto parts provider. Their unique structural advantage lies in their market intelligence as it relates to the failure rate of auto parts. Specifically, the data collection and the database that they've amassed over time is really quite unique in the industry. No one has been able to replicate it. In addition to that, Dorman benefits from the fact that they are an asset-light production model. So margins are actually industry-leading, close to 20% pre-tax. Return on invested capital is greater than 20%. We also like the fact that Dorman management owns greater than 10% of the stock, and the fact that the balance sheet is debt-free. So Dorman, in our classic sense and definition of a premier company, is a wonderful business moat. It has had the ability to compound over many years, and we believe that will continue.